If your work feels invisible online, it's probably not because you're bad. Let me explain. In 2025, I did a lot of consuming, a lot of looking at people's work, a lot of learning, a lot of trying to figure out my own style. And with that, I've also done a lot of practice. I've gone out, I've shot, spent countless hours out shooting film, spent hundreds of dollars out shooting film. And the things that I figured out have definitely made my work grow and made me learn a lot of things that I want to help you guys if you're on the same path or on the same journey as me, right? And full transparency, guys, if you don't know me, I am a 6-year NBA veteran. I played in the NBA for 6 years. I am now playing overseas in the EuroLeague. So I have the means to fund this, honestly, camera addiction and film photography addiction and tech addiction that I have. So this channel is really gonna be me learning and growing and failing and learning and growing and failing, and some successes in there. And I want to take you guys along with me for this ride. We're gonna be following my journey on understanding film on a deeper level, and again, making my work stand out. The way to do that, I figured out the way to do that is to make your work mean something. I feel like just going out and shooting and posting for Instagram just isn't it. Broke it down in 3 ways, but before I do that, I gotta show you guys the gear that I'm using to go along with this journey. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down camera. This isn't a gear review, but just me showing you guys what I got and how I'm gonna go through this journey with these tools. So let's get to that. Let's cut to that right now. Okay, first we are starting off strong with this beast tank truck of a camera, the Mamiya RB67. This camera came out in 1970. The RB in the name stands for rotating back. I've taken on a couple shoots that I've done out here. I actually had to buy a new film back for that because there was this like light leak. I didn't really know how to fix it. I didn't want to send it off anywhere to get it fixed. One of my favorites, it's huge, so it's always on a tripod. Mamiya, you guys hit it out the park with this camera. I love it. This is like one of the first versions. I think they have like a Pro S and a Pro S2, something like that. And they also have the Mamiya RZ67. Maybe I'll get it one day, maybe I won't, and we'll compare on this channel. We'll do a RZ67 versus RB67. You guys let me know if you want to see something like that. I will buy it just for you guys, and that'll give me an excuse to buy another camera. Staying in the Mamiya family, we have the Mamiya 7 II, arguably the greatest medium format film camera to ever release for so many reasons. It is lightweight, rangefinder system. A lot of people like rangefinder. I like rangefinder system. I'll tell you guys why later. I was highly influenced by a lot of my favorite photographers. Peter McKinnon, Joe Greer, they post on Instagram and they always hashtag Mamiya. The images are so clear, it's so easy to use. Like, look how small it is in comparison to the RB67. And the images are fantastic. I've done like landscapes with this, I've done some portraits with this, and this is gonna stay in the kit forever. I have it paired with a 65mm lens. Mamiya, again, you guys hit it out of the park. This camera is goated. My newest pickup, and probably my most impulsive buy, Hasselblad 500 CM. Why did I buy a Hasselblad? I have no idea. Hasselblad? It was all over my socials, and I was like, you know what? I could use a new camera. I could use a new format. This is a square format, something that I don't shoot. It's tough, it's different, but I like the challenge. But we are gonna take this out. There will be a video of me just outside with this camera, learning how to use it, putting some rolls through it, and we're gonna learn together. There's gonna be bad pictures, there's gonna be good pictures, there's gonna be a lot of bad pictures. Hasselblad, I understand the hype on these things, and I haven't even really gone out and shot with it yet. So once I do that, I think that this might turn into one of my favorites. Now it is time for the camera that started it all, ladies and gentlemen. The Leica M6. Probably the most famous 35mm film camera out there. But the main reason is that your favorite photographer's favorite photographer documented life on this bad boy. I bought this camera 2 years ago and it has been with me ever since. If you have a Leica, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? People hate on Leica because me, a Leica fanboy, will go to war for this thing with honestly no real reason as to why. There's a lot of cameras that do similar things, do the same thing. The sound of the shutter, the click, when you rewind the film. I have it paired with my Joe Greer short strap from Clever Supply, and this is my go-to. I have it paired with a 35mm Summilux Leica lens, and boy is this thing sharp. Okay, we talked about a range of cameras, but what we didn't talk about is what they all have in common. And what do they have in common? They all need this. Not Portra 400 per se, but film in general. Cinestill 400D. When I'm out taking portraits or when I'm out taking landscapes during the day, I think Cinestill 400D does a great job of getting all the colors, making them super vibrant, saturated, true to what you see. I love this film stock. Cinestill 400D on medium format is my go-to. For 35mm, usually Portra 400, always Portra 400. I'm sorry, call me basic, I don't care. Portra 400 is my go-to and it always will be. Black and white, I'm trying to figure it out. I first started with Ilford HP5 and then I transitioned over Tri-X 400 because Andre Wagner is my favorite photographer. And then I transitioned over to T-Max 400. It was cool, really liked it, was surprised about how good it was. So I'm still figuring out my favorite black and white. That's it. We talked about gear, we talked about film. Now let's talk about the 3 ways I'm gonna make my film stand out. Let's go. Number 1, shoot with intention. And what I mean by that is chase moments instead of chasing frame. How many times have you gotten, you sent your scans off, you're super excited because you think there's some bangers in there and you shot a whopping 19% out of 36 frames. That's 7 good shots that you got out of 36. That is enough to make a grown man cry real tears. Trust me, bro, I've been there. I want to hang up the camera after that. You know what I'm saying? I get the scans back and I'm like, dude, like take this photo for example, right? This was just a day of me walking and I saw this guy, looked interesting, and I just snapped the flick. Like, it's a cool picture. And don't get me wrong, I like doing that. I like going out and working on my zone focusing, training my eye and training my mind to know the distance of my subject and when I need to press a shutter, because that's an art in itself, a whole nother video that I'll make. This photo doesn't really mean anything. There's no meaning behind it. And that's just what I want for myself in 2026. I think that my photos should live somewhere else other than Instagram. I think that they should mean something else other than just likes on the gram. I want to have a book in the future. I want to have exhibitions. I want to have projects that people look at and really enjoy. And I think that the only way to do that is to have something in mind before you go out and shoot. That is point number 1. Shoot with intention. Point number 2, commit to the process. I mean to every single part of it. I mean committing to your camera, committing to a film stock, committing to a project that you have. If you go out one day and you don't find anything, don't get devastated, don't get bummed down, don't give up. Commit to the process and go out the next day and try to find that, because there's beauty in that, right? Don't be like me. I suffer from severe gas, right? Gear acquisition syndrome. I'm done buying cameras, bro. You saw what I have. I have more than enough to take me where I want to go. Now, do you guys need those cameras to do? No. Use the camera you have and commit to that camera, commit to your art, and you will stand out with that because you've made that commit. Learn from that, commit to that, and then go out and shoot again. And what I just said honestly brings us to point number 3, learn from the roll. And that means all 36. Good photos, bad photos, missed focus, underexposed, overexposed. Learn from all of those photos. Honestly, those bad shots might be really great. This right here is Robert Frank's book, The American. One of my favorite photo books. Photos just speak 1,000 words. But I brought this out to talk about, if we go off of Instagram standards, a lot of these photos aren't great. This book by Robert Frank is so iconic because the meaning behind behind it. If I want to make a book in the future, I'm gonna have to go through all 10,000 photos that I take and bring it down to about 150. And to do that, I'm gonna have to learn what I'm good at, what I'm bad at, and then just try to continue to get better like Robert Frank did, and a lot of great photographers are doing. And that is the third way that I'm gonna make my work stand out in 2026. I'm sorry if I'm yapping, guys. I'm just super passionate about this. It's only gonna get better in 2026 because I'm putting my all into made this channel so you guys can follow me along the journey. My other channel still lives and I'm still posting lifestyle, basketball content over there. I just wanted to separate the two because I want to nerd out about photography. I want to nerd out about content. I want to nerd out about tech and gear and things like that. Like I said at the start of the video, I'm a 6-year NBA vet, you know, and I'm not, this is not a brag or to sound cocky, but I have money, you know. I wasn't born into it. I worked my tail off to get to the NBA and stay in there for 6 years, and I have money, but I also have a hobby that I love and I'm passionate about, so I'm gonna invest in myself, and that's what I'm doing when I go out and I buy hundreds of rolls of film. Just stay tuned, man. Just stay tuned. I appreciate you guys tapping in. If you made it this far, I know I'm yapping, bro. I'm yapping. My mouth is dry. We're gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. 2026. We're not taking our foot off the gas, off the pedal. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, bro. We are going up in this film photography world. Stay tapped in, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys tapping in, man. Welcome to the files.